Hey everybody, what's going on? We've been talking about the app to do text messaging back and forth to potential clients for job applications, and we're going to add some more features on that. But the general idea is to do outreach and quickly qualify people when jobs become available versus a recruiter calling 10, 20, 30, 40 people. We're going to try to reach out to 200 people. And another reason that's driving this is that since remote work is very popular right now, the outreach has to be larger. So with a larger outreach, we have to be more efficient if we're going to be recruiting across the nation. And this is for America, but these same rules apply for anything. So what we're doing is we're building a Meteor app that can help us out with some of this. So I've already built the first part of the app, and it's very, very little code. I actually have the code right here. So it's just a form, some back-end jQuery. Well, it's a Meteor. It's actually a Meteor language, but it's like jQuery. Some stuff to send, some data, some code, to send to the back end, dump it into a database, some things to connect the inbound some things to receive the inbound messaging and dump it in a database, and then just some housekeeping things right here. And so this is our basic app right here, and we're going to build on from here. So if you look at the app itself, you're just dropping in a telephone number and popping in your messaging. So what I used for this was Twilio to actually set up the number to do some of the number in and out of the system. I'm using ngrok to build a tunnel to my actual web server since it's not on the public server yet. So these are just two of the services that I used. I need to configure my ngrok tunnel for messaging because I'm still on the free plan, so it does not update when I shut it down. So I have to let's put a new one in there. So let's save. All right, cool. So the code is up and running. So let's give it a go, and then we'll talk about it later. So I'm gonna put my telephone number in here. I'm gonna leave myself open to BS. I'm gonna put my telephone number in here. And yep, that's 202-321-0047. And I'm going to send a test message, and we should see that pop up. Hit submit, and let's see if a message comes in. Let me check to see it went out, and let's check it out. Let's see if I got it. And there it is right there, test, test, test. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a message back, and I'm going to say, I got it. I got it. Hit send, and we see it comes back into our system. I got it right here. So next thing we want to check is we want to check our MongoDB database. And let's connect to that here. Get in collections, SMSS, and this should be our message. And I don't have a good time. I got it right there. And I got to get some more fields. So I actually have a timestamp on there, and then there's my test. You see it goes out at this time, whatever it is. 5 hours ahead of me right now, so it's probably GMT. But nonetheless, we got the messages in and out. So the next thing that we want to work on is actually figuring out what a good database schema would be, and we want to figure out how do we pull this information from a database, attach a message to it, but we're also pulling a person's name out of the database as well. So we want their number and their name out of the database, and then we want to attach a job description to it. That is going to be our next step. So how do we formulate our data to solve that problem? And once we get to that point, then we'll start talking to our recruiter friends, and from there we'll start looking at exactly how do we get the MVP working correctly. So that's the next steps. That's what we're going to work on over the next couple of weeks, more than likely, because I'm super busy right now. But that's the general idea. There are some things in the market that do something similar, but there are some differentiating things that I have not discussed yet, because since I'm working on this slow, people can actually beat me to it. So once I actually get a little bit further, I'll start revealing more of how I'm going to make this work and how we're going to qualify these people. But that is the general idea. Keep working at your idea. Keep working at it simply. I got this to work with just using Google Voice before and got responses. So now this is just helping us turbocharge that same idea. So instead of reaching out to one person, we're going to be reaching out to hundreds and thousands if possible, depending on what the job may be. So stay tuned. We're going to keep working at that, and I hope everybody takes care of themselves and stay safe. Thanks.